Yo, what's up, Palm Troopers? Welcome back to another video. My name's Palmzar, and today we're gonna have a look at the new Troublemaker Adventure Squad event, and I'm gonna tell you whether or not those 6 and 7 adventure slots are worth it, so stay tuned. Yo, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back. And as expected, one adventure event ends and the next one drops. So now we have the new Troublemaker Adventure Squad event going on. Woo! So you need to collect toy cars and toy airplanes now instead of cherry blossoms and rose petals. And as usual, you know, you collect them, you get stuff from the exchange shop, you fulfill missions, you get some tickets. So now what they got us are 2 single tickets for like assist tickets for the step up, plus 1 ticket for the guaranteed sparkings, but you need 5 of those. So I'm assuming there will be more missions to come because the current missions are only going up for a week. But it's good that they lowered the amount of things you need to collect. So let's jump in, and yeah, as always, the adventures can, you know, be obtained from different events. You will start with the 1-hour adventures. You can do just PvP, so you don't even need stamina for that. You can obtain the 3-hour adventures from the Beer Story event. You can obtain the 7-hour adventures from the Kaba Story event, and every other day or so you can get 1 from login bonuses. So, I don't know, it's not really worth mentioning because just get 1 every day, but it's fine. The bonus characters this time around are Hybrid Saiyans, and the bonus colors are red and green. So as usual, you want to prefer max level over the right color. So if you have a level 5000 blue, put them in over your level 2000 green, just because that maxes out your chances of getting a huge success instead of, you know, just putting the right color in there. But all in all, just make sure, you know, to just max out your units and you should be fine. Today the quick math are going to be a little bit more complicated just because now I'm going to calculate that for 5 adventure slots or for 7 adventure slots. Just because the 6 and 7 adventure slots are a little bit harder to get for the free-to-play ones. You know, you have those rare medals that you get from maxing out your characters and then pulling them again. And then you can buy them in the exchange shop for the Z medals. So I'm going to give you both of these calculations. For 5 slots, I will calculate as usual with 4 great and 1 huge successes. For the 7 slots, I will calculate with 5 great successes and 2 huge successes. So let's get into the quick maths, and we will start as always with the 1-hour adventures. They drop you around 130 toy cars, give or take. It's a conservative average. If it's more, all the better, but it's, you know, should be around that. And for 5 slots, that will give you around 2,600 toy cars for the great success and 910 toy cars for a huge success per hour. So it gives you a grand total of 3,510 toy cars for 1 hour. We're not going to calculate, you know, the abysmal chance of getting one of these airplanes, because I remember I got like maybe 3 cherry blossoms in the entire event period, and that was 2 weeks. So don't expect too much. It's just, you know, very little chances. And yeah, those 3,510 toy cars in 3 hours, that will be 10,530. For 7 slots, you'll get 3,250 toy cars for the 5 great successes, and you'll get 1,820 toy cars for the huge successes. Grand total will be 5,070 or 15,210 in 3 hours. But we'll put those adventures side by side at the end of these calculations, right? So let's move on to 3-hour adventures. See if those are, you know, have changed at all. And spoiler alert, they haven't. It's always the same. So they drop around 240 of those cars per drop. And for 5 slots, you will get 4,800 toy cars for the great successes and 1,680 for the huge. So it's the usual number. It's around 6,400 for 3 hours for 5 slots. For 7 slots, you'll get around 6,000 toy cars for the great success, and 3,360. There we go. For the huge successes, a lot of numbers right here. So that's around 9,360 toy cars in 3 hours for 7 slots. And as you can see, it's still roughly half of what you get for 1-hour adventures. And again, 2 rotations of 1 hour trumps 1 rotation of 3 hours. For 7-hour adventures, they drop around still 500 cars per drop. So for 5 slots, you will get 10,000 toy cars for the great success and 3,500 for the huge success. That's 13,500. Can I speak? And for 7 slots, you'll get 12,500 for the huge success, for the great success, and 7,000 for the huge. So 19,500 toy cars in 7 hours for 7 adventure slots. And you can already see that, you know, this increases it significantly. Just because, you know, you have 2 more slots at your disposal, you get a lot stuff more. But also because I have 1 more huge success, so there's more drops in total. But this is honestly based on the samples that I had so far. I remember once I got like 5 out of 7 or even 6 out of 7 huge successes, so I feel like 2 is a good average to take. Looking at this side by side for 5 slots, you will get in 7 hours, you will get 24,500 roughly toy cars for 1 hour. You will get 15,000-ish toy cars for 3 hours, and you will get 13,500 for 7 hours. So you can see that there's a significant scaling between 1 hour and the rest. 3 hours and 7 hours are almost the same, so if you really don't want to bother, just use 7 hours and you'll still be fine. You'll see that in a little bit. For 7 slots, you will get 35,500 toy cars for the 1 hour adventures in 7 hours. You will get 21,500 for 3 hours, and you will get 19,500 for 7 hours. So again, massive scaling for 1 hour, everything else pretty close together. So, you know, as usual, 1 hour is massively superior to the rest, but you know, that's no surprise. They want to keep you in the game as much as possible. So, you know, log in every hour, do your shit if you have the time. If you don't, that's fine, you'll see. So let's have a look at these missions. And for the toy cars, for the step up ticket, you'll need 113,500 toy cars. So let's have a look at how many rotations that is. For 5 adventure slots, you will need 33 rotations of the 1 hour adventures, which would be around 3 days, assuming 12 rotations a day. You would need 18 rotations of 3 hour adventures, which would be around 4 days, assuming 5 rotations a day. So, you know, just under. And for 7 hours, you will need 9 rotations, which would be 3 days exactly. If you do 3 rotations a day, you cannot do any more. So, you know, just 1 in the morning, 1 midday, and 1 before going to bed, you'd be fine. For 7 slots, you just need 23 rotations of 1 hour. So you'd be done in just under 2 days if you do 12 rotations a day. 13 rotations of 3 hours, so just less than 3 days if you do 5 rotations a day. And you will need 2 days for the 7 hour adventures because you just need 6 rotations, so you'll be fine. And knowing that, and knowing that the missions will be up for at least 5 days, you can get those tickets for a little bit longer than that. You're good. Even if you're chilling, you're good. Right? So let's do 2 models of, you know, how you want to do this. Or maybe even 3, I think it's 3. Let's do 3 models of how you want to do this. So the first one is the grinder one. So you do hourly adventures and then the 7 hour adventures before going to bed. And let's say you're awake for 16 hours, you do 12 rotations of 1 hour and then the 7 hours, you know, before going to sleep. For 5 slots, that would be just under 60,000 to 55,620 toy cars per day. And that means you will need a little over 2 days to get this ticket, and the last mission will be done in just under 3 days, which is for 150,000. You get 100 chronos there. For 7 slots, you will get around 80,000 toy cars a day, which means you get everything done in just like 2 days. And then you can farm Zenkai adventures, or, you know, just take a break or farm even more to get all the stuff from the shop. That's up to you. But yeah, it's gonna be easy. The second model would be just doing 5 rotations of 3 hours a day plus a 7 hour adventure before going to bed, because either you just don't care or you have, you know, CBA for it or just no time. And no judgment here, that's totally fine. Like, I know that a lot of people are just burnt out from the adventure grind, so those 7 hour and 3 hours are just much easier to handle. For 5 slots, you would get 45,900 toy cars a day, and that would, you know, mean it takes you less than 3 days to get, you know, the tickets, and just over 3 days to finish the last mission for 150,000. For 7 slots, you would get 66,300 toy cars a day, and that means you will get the ticket in just under 2 days and the last mission easily under 3 days. So you can still chill for another week until the next missions come around, because if the roast pedals are any indication, those will be weekly now, but much, you know, on a much easier scale, especially with those 7 slots. The last model would be just doing 3 times 7 hours rotations a day. So just really the super easy going one. You wake up, you do the 7 hours. Sometime midday, you do the 7 hours. You go to bed, you do another 7 hours. That's it. you know, just a casual way. And that would get you on 5 slots, you would get 40,500 toy cards a day. And that means it would take you a little bit under 3 days for the ticket, and it would take you under 4 days for all the missions. So you're still super, you know, casually there. It's super easy. For 7 slots, you would get just under 60k, so it's like 58,500, which is not that much different from, you know, the 3 hours model. And that means it would take you just over 2 days to get the ticket, or about 2 days actually, and under 3 days for everything. So easy peasy, right? You can still keep on farming because the the exchange shop holds items that are worth what, like 1.5 million of these cars. So if you would get 80,000 toys a day, so the grinding model, that would take you around 19 days to get everything. I doubt you will do that, but that means prioritize what you need. Get those things first. So for example, you're gonna need a lot of super souls if you're planning on Zenkaiing any character. You're gonna need a lot of rising souls as well, but maybe you also want those skip tickets. If you get lucky and you get an airplane, I always get the skip tickets first. And maybe energy tickets, you know, whatever you're missing, that's up to you. But that's pretty much it. I hope I didn't miss anything. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, if it helped you, consider leaving a like, subscribing to the channel. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope it helped. I will leave you some cards in the end screen, and I hope you're all safe. Have a good rest of your day. My name is Pomza, and we'll see each other in the next videos. Bye, everybody.